Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's boxing match right here at ASM 2021, which promises to be a classic in every sense of the word. In the red corner, we have a whole team of seasoned fighters looking at a chance for glory. And in the blue corner, the blindfolded, one-handed prodigy, mPap! And tonight's prize, you may ask, eternal glory and charity. Let's get ready to rumble!
Let's go, everyone. Let's try and do this one-hand blindfolded. I'll show you guys my setup. I unfortunately don't have a second camera to show one hand, so I'll have one hand on the screen. Try it on my probably forehead while I face down. And this is my setup. It's the classic duct tape and controller mounted to the desk. So great stuff there. Alright. Let's go. Let's get ready. First up is...
Are you ready to count us down?
I will count you down. This is Glass Joe's easy fight. Let's try and get the world record on him first try. Alright, let's go. Let me get my hand in the correct spot. Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. I should say also I've never completed a run of this, but I have managed to do every fight in isolation. That's all I can say. Eleven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright. I double pressed B and A there instead of just pressing A, but I think A gets priority, so we just got world record on Glass Joe, 42 flat. So that's the first fight down. Second fight, Von Kaiser. He's a bit tougher, and we can actually get some star punches on him, so that's cool stuff. He's very weak to them as well. They actually knock him down when he's stunned, from no matter how much health he has. Alright, that was strange. That was very strange. It's not how it's supposed to go, but good thing is he just kind of blocks and doesn't really retaliate, so that's not how that section's supposed to go. Yeah, that's how that's supposed to go, and we just do that. We repeat that again for this final phase as well. And just get the star and knock him down. This is probably the most nervous I've felt playing this game in a long time, so it feels good. Alright, Piston onto 1. First championship fight. He's much harder than the first two. He's actually the most random fighter in the game. But luckily he doesn't really do much at the very start, so as long as you don't let him get going, he just shouldn't be too much of a problem. Alright, please hook here. Nice. Nice! He didn't hook there in the fight at my 2018 run, and the fight went like a lot longer than it should. It ended at a 240 or something, instead of, this should be a 103 instead. I think that was 8 count, but it doesn't really matter. Nice. And we win. Should be a 103, maybe a 104. Oh, alright, and we come up to our first cutscene. First training montage. That fight went, yeah, a lot better than the second fight. Good stuff.
I'm sure a question on a lot of the people in chat's mind right now is, how are you doing this? What are you using to actually do these fights the way you are?
Oh,
Blindfolded
right.
and with one hand.
Yeah. I'm using buffer strats that I used, trying to use the same ones I used for my two-hand run, but some movements are way too awkward to do with one hand, so just instead I have to come up with slightly different strategies, but hopefully as effective, and reduce the amount of RNG that I have to compete with, I suppose. Make the fights as consistent as possible. And aside from buffer strategies, I guess the next big thing would be is sound cues, and in fact most of the sound cues just come from Little Mac. Him dodging, him punching, or causing the opponent to block. Let me get off that screen there so it's not so loud. Yeah, so he dodges and it makes like a little swoosh sound, and that like lets me know when to like buffer my next movement. So it's just buffer strategies, sound cues, and memorization mostly. Yeah, and not too much reaction time. The only time I'll have to react is if something goes horribly wrong. That's kind of the only, yeah, if something goes horribly wrong and I have to improvise, which hopefully my game knowledge will pull me through. Alright, so fourth fight here is, this guy doesn't even fight back unless you punch him, so this is kind of like a freebie. It's probably easier than Glass Joe, honestly. Because I can retry this buffer strat to get a star, like, as often as I want. And we got it. So he doesn't really do anything, I'll just show you. He just kind of stands there, and a star punch knocks him down. And he only punches you when you punch him, or after he gets up, he tries to do an uppercut, but we're just gonna gut punch him. He just leaves his gut wide open while he tries to do this uppercut. And I messed up by not buffering my, like, my second gut punch. I didn't lift my finger off the B button, so I didn't buffer it. So he got me a couple of times there, he got me. But even so... Oh wait, yeah, I forget he kind of gets up if I'm not at full health. Luckily I can hear him get up. So yeah. And Star Punch knocks him down, he can't take Star Punches. So this is King Hippo. This is a fight lots of new players have struggled with, especially if they're not playing with strategies at all. But there's one helpful thing, is if you're holding up, he holds his mouth open for longer, so that's useful. And when I run out of hearts, his pattern is consistent, so I can use both of those to try and beat him quickly. Both of those facts. 1. 2. Nice. Nice. That's a 4 out of 7 opens. That's good. We beat him before we go pink, so yeah, that's good. If I go pink, then I can do a fancy buffer strategy, which guarantees I'll hit an open mouth punch about 3 punches later. So, and I can reuse that over and over again because I'm at such low health at that point in the fight after I've taken 2 punches, I think. Great Tiger here this is a fight with pretty much no RNG. Yeah, pretty much no RNG. So hopefully we can beat him quickly with this fancy buffer strat that Jack Wedge came out with. And I think I pressed start a little bit late there, but I think I hit the gem flash, which knocks him down, and he gets up on 2 1 counts here, so yeah, I don't have to deal with any RNG. The only time I would have to deal with RNG is if the fight went over 1 minute, and then he can kind of get up with random refills, and that's it. He only has random refills. There's no RNG aside from that. Hopefully I'm not, like, leaning off camera or something. That would be silly. Alright. Second title fight, Bulbul 1. This is by far the hardest fight up to this point in the game. yeah, if things go off track for too long in this fight, I'm probably going to lose. So ideally, we won't go too far off track for too long, but if everything goes right, it's really easy. First knockdown is also a freebie. Should be, anyway. Nice. So the bit that can go off track mostly is the first 4 punches in this section that I have to do. They're kind of hard to time, because there's randomness to them. Please uppercut again. Nice. I got blocked on one of them, but he uppercutted again, so I can dodge that, because I know the timing for it, and it's random for him to uppercut again. Okay. Oh no. Alright, we got it. I'm using the wrong finger for my start button presses, and I keep having to move my hand when I should be using the other finger. But we got the win. It might have looked easy, but I was panicking that entire time. Alright. Any donos to read? I'll take this off so I can hear. Or anything. Any questions?
No donors at this stage, but I would love to shout out some of the wonderful incentives we have coming up in the marathon. Coming up in the next few days, we do have the Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu character name. It's Hector at $226, well ahead of the competition. Will we see an upset from Melvin Dew, currently sitting at $57? Additionally, we also have the Jack and Daxter glitch exhibition coming up. $485 left on that one. If you want to see some Jack and Daxter glitches, now's the time to get those donations in. ! Donate in the chat to donate some money to a fantastic cause at Beyond Blue.
Awesome stuff. Please donate, guys. Every dollar counts. Alright. This is our first rematch with Piston Honda 2. Yeah, it's just a complete buffer strategy. We should get a time of 1 minute and 99 seconds every time. It's 20 face punches, 13 right dodges, and 1 B press. As long as I chain all them together without making any mistakes, he goes down every time. I hit a 4-frame punch with the buffer strategy, it's completely fine. If things go off track, yeah, good luck to me then. I have not even tried, because I just assume I'll hit this. I don't know if I could beat him. It'll be a good fight, I think, if I mess this up. Be a close fight. Alright, not a close fight, we win. We lured him, we got him out of position and just popped him right when he didn't expect it. Yeah, so that's a 4-frame punch. I'm pretty sure my gut punch hits on the first or second frame of it. I haven't actually checked, but yeah, that buffer works every time. There's like dozens of other buffers you could come up with, but that's the easiest one that I've found. Alright. Who's this guy? Soda Popinski. This guy I can lose to even if I do everything right. He's just really random and he hits hard. And he's fast. Key thing is if I get the first knockdown, and it's kind of on me if I lose after that. But yeah, and I also have to use the A button, which means using my pinky finger, which is just makes me nervous just thinking about it. Alright, we got the first knockdown. He hit us, but he went uppercut, which is good. The worst thing is if he hits you and he goes hook. And hook is 25%. At least he uppercuts most of the time. So we just do that twice more and we'll win. Alright, he went uppercut and I panicked and I just started ducking. He hooked and then he went uppercut and I panicked, so just start spamming duck. Nice. So actually, good thing is, I should explain why I'm knocking him down so, like, with a star punch. When you lock him, you can lock Soda down when he goes for an uppercut with a down, when you're holding down. And if you gut punch him while he's locked down, it sets a flag in the game that causes your star punch to instantly, if you land a star punch, it'll instantly knock him down. And you have to do that for all 3 star punches, essentially. So that's how you beat him quickly. Is you, hope he uppercuts, and then you activate that flag. I don't know if it's I think it's an intended mechanic. It seems intended that you can lock him down and hit a gut punch like that, and that's its... I don't think it's a glitch. But it's not explained anywhere in manuals or anything that he's like weak like that, so it's kind of like an Easter egg, I suppose, if you can figure that out back in like the 80s or 90s or 2000s. Bold Bull 2, the rematch here. He's even harder, I suppose. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell if he's harder here or not. He's probably the same difficulty. He's probably like the second or third hardest. First, second, or third hardest fight up to this point. Main thing is just to remember what you're doing. And it's kind of annoying to remember because the sequence of moves is not simple. It's a bit awkward, but we'll try. That's not good. Please go down. Nice. Alright, I think I have 0 stars here. We probably have to deal with more than 1 bull charge now. But that's okay, I have tricks for that. Ah. Nice. Alright, so if you dodge the first full length bull charge, he does a halfway bull charge and the window is like more than 3 times as big. So that's good. That's why you want to dodge the first one. Oh no. Ah, damn it. Alright, round 2. I can beat him in round 1. The best time I got was like a 2:15 in round 1. The good thing is his pattern doesn't really change between rounds, luckily. It's almost the same for the entire round compared to round 1, so I don't really have to think about too much. I don't want to go to round 3 because the bull charge in round 3, he doesn't ever do the halfway one. So that's, yeah, in round 3. Also, I should mention you can only knock this guy down with a star punch or when you counter his bull charge. Otherwise, he basically has infinite health if you just punch him normally. So yeah. Alright. If we knocked him down at like a 28 or 29 or 30-ish, we'd probably skip the 30-second bull charge, which is... I don't know if that's good or bad, but we will try to win anyways. Nice! You get a really low refill. Alright, he's going to get up with 8 health here, so I'm pretty sure we'll win. Nice. This is officially as far as I've ever made it in a single run. Or tied, actually. I've never made it further than this in like a full run. But I have practiced much more since I've tried, so mostly doing fights in isolation. Anything you'd like to say, Boris?
Yeah, absolutely. So you mentioned that a lot of the strats are different from one-handed to two, and obviously with blindfold. How do those strats differ when you go playing blindfolded and with one hand?
That's a good question. Mostly, I've tried to migrate most of the strategies over as best I could. Some of the strategies are completely the same, and then some of the strategies are just like older versions of the more up-to-date, faster strategies that I can't do with one hand. So I've got the knowledge that I know the old strategies and I can make them work. And just some of them I have to come up with ways to... I know I'm going to do less damage because I can only punch with the left hand instead of the right hand. So I have to do extra punches somehow. Yeah, so it's kind of tricky. A lot of them are sort of the same, but not ones I've ever used before because when two-hand is much easier compared to this. You have much freer range of movement. I suppose it's not like I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but you have much more control over Mac with two hands. Let's say that you have better control, better time, better feel for timing of moves and stuff. Yeah, so hopefully that was a adequate answer to the question. It's not really something I've thought about. They're just, yeah, most of the strategy I'm doing here are kind of like older versions of strategies that were much simpler and also used for consistency and haven't really been seen in a long time. But obviously they were used for two hands and not one hand. Okay, Don 2. Yeah, this guy is like really slow, but he hits hard. So... ideally, I don't want to go to round 2. But, yeah. Ideally, we just win. Let's just win. Just do that. Alright, that went perfectly. He can actually block a couple of those punches, the ones after the right dodge. It's pretty rare that he does, but he can do it. So we're blessed that he didn't block them. Okay. Alright, I didn't get my star, but we knocked him down fast, so we should get a round 1 victory. I don't think I have a chance to get a star here, so I'm just gonna... Alright. Try to get fancy there. Yes! Alright, we just want him to retaliate before my hearts run out. And I know I start with 15, but I don't really keep track of them. And I know I start round 2 with 10. So, if I went to round 2, I know I'm on 10 hearts, so I can use that to my advantage if I got there. If I went to round 2. Okay. Mr. Sandman. This is a pretty scary fight. Basically, I want to waste a tiny bit of time in the first phase here to make sure I don't activate his... Basically, I want to skip his first special attack at 130, and I kind of need to get my knockdown somewhere between like a 129 and anything beyond that. So if I play perfectly, I actually want to waste a little bit of time. But if I don't, then... If I make one mistake, then I want to play perfectly from... I don't want to waste any time, and if I make 2 mistakes, and by mistakes I mean not delaying a punch by like a fraction of a second, that does a little bit of extra damage, then I'm going to have to deal with an extra Dreamland Express, which wastes time, and I probably won't dodge it anyway. Yeah, and there's no real way to know if I played perfectly because there's no sound cue for it other than I have to delay my punch a tiny bit to do 5 damage instead of 1. I have to do that like 4 times, I think, or 3 or 4 times. Other than if I'm really late, then I'll get blocked or dodged. But I'm going to assume I played perfectly. It felt good. Alright, ends on a face punch, which means I'm pretty sure I played perfectly. The other thing is if I delay my punches, there's actually, you can hit a delayed punch which ends up doing more damage, so by being slower you can actually end up being faster by accidentally doing more damage. But it doesn't. I feel like I did skip the 130 special attack. And we just kind of repeat this move. He always dodges this and retaliates with a hook. And we can just keep doing this over and over again for the whole fight. And the game is nice enough to give us 40 hearts to start with. Nice. Let's guess the time is 2:35. I know I can get a 2:34, but I delayed a bit extra just in case I didn't delay enough. But yeah, we're not going to. I've never beaten this guy round 1 with one hand blindfolded, so we have to go to round 2, which means we actually have to deal with 2 of his special attacks in round 2, because after you knock him down in round 2. Or you take a knockdown in round 2, he is automatically, as soon as he gets up, or you get up, he does his special attack. The good thing is the delays are much nicer than the ones at 130. He has like 4 delays for the one at 130, and only, well, I can make sure he only does 2 delays for the ones that are coming up here. He actually has 4 delays, but you kind of have to unlock the other delays, I suppose. And they're like 2 middle delays, so either I'm going to get the really slow delay or the really fast delay. Alright, here they come. I have a... Actually, this is the only time... Oh, that's not the only time, sorry. I found some music cues for this one. Nice. That's the music cue one. The long delays music cue. The fast delay is I just dodge and then delay a little bit and then dodge again. I don't really have anything better. Nice. There's like a really low note. It's like do 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 do, and that on that like light do. That's when you have to start your first dodge. So yeah, I'm proud I came up with that today. Alright. I was like, what's next? Super Macho Man. Anything to say, Boris?
Yeah, in fact, we do have a $5 donation coming in from Anonymous. Can we get some hype in the chat for this amazing run? Blindfolded is hard enough, let alone with a single hand. Knockout hype! And just a reminder, you can donate with !donate in the chat, and we have some fantastic incentives to go toward as well. One being Alex Ryder's Stormbreaker, changing that to 80% hard mode. Currently doesn't have any love with $500 left on that one. If you want to challenge our runner Aeon Frodo, now's the time to get those donations in and get that incentive met.
Awesome stuff. Boris, could you do me a favor? Could you give me a time check? I just kind of want to know where I'm at. The time.
You're currently at 28:33.
28:33. All right, nice. We're not overestimate, which is, yeah, I'm pretty sure I wasn't because I haven't lost any fights yet, but yeah. Just don't want to go over because I can't see. Alright, Macho Man, this is a scary fight. You just kind of have to fight this guy straight up with very basic speedrun strats. Like, really basic for, like, early 2000s. Please uppercut, dude. Ah. Damn it. He like hooked like 3 times in a row and then did double uppercut, I'm pretty sure. I need him to like uppercut more than that. I took damage, that means he's going to get up with bigger refills, so it's going to be hard to beat him in round 1 now. That's an uppercut. Yep, that's an uppercut. Nice. Alright. I have faith we can still beat him in round 1. He's still going to get a big refill. I'm pretty sure it's like 72 or 64 health here. Oops. Oh no. I thought I had a star. That's an uppercut. Yes! It must be so close to the end of the round. It's like at least the last 30 seconds, I reckon. The only good thing about round 2 is that the first minute of round 2 is the same pattern as the first round, and then after that he changes up and it becomes very scary. So I don't want it to go past like 4 minutes into the fight. Alright, alright, Tyson time. Since we're probably only at like 30-ish minutes real time, if I don't beat him the first time, I guess I can keep trying for a bit. Alright. Scary stuff. Basically the same, like a very basic strat that I used to use for 2 hands, but just do it with 1 hand. I think that's enough damage. You should be at around half. It's pretty much perfect. That's the easy part, I suppose. I mean, it's hard if something is wrong, but... Alright, he should be at around half health. If this fight goes to round 3, it's basically a loss. I'm not even trying. I haven't even done it with 2 hands in round 3. Might as well press select here to regain some health. Alright, please, game. Please. Please, hand. Don't mess up. I'm gonna block some punches here, then go pink on purpose. Okay, that's the easy part of this round. Or the, I don't know, please. What? What? I just hit 3 frame perfect punches in a row that I'm not supposed to hit, and I'm not supposed to hit any of them. No! I'm not supposed to hit any of those frame perfect punches. I hit 3 in a row. That's so stupid, dude. Yeah, I'm not winning this one. Alright. Sorry guys, couldn't do it first try. I cannot believe I hit 3 frame perfect punches in a row. Like, the first one like threw me off, and then I'm not supposed to even hit the first one. It's like the buffer's close to it, but I messed up the buffer, and it was... Alright, I think that's enough. Should have just done over half, I think. It's alright if I do a little bit less than half. Or a little bit more than half. I just need to do around half. Far out, that was... that was crazy. And I like almost recovered it as well. I just ran out of... His delay was too short and I didn't waste my 8 hearts fast enough. And I'm supposed to waste like half of them before I even get to that delay. That's probably the craziest thing I've ever done. Alright, 2. I probably did a bit more than half for 2 punches there. Usually it's 1, 3, or 5. Please don't do this again. Alright, we actually have a star here. That's kind of crazy. I guess he must have got the biggest refill. I think I'm at 8 hearts. I think I win. Yes! Oh my goodness. And that's time. Oh no! I hope my stream didn't drop out or anything like that. Boris, are you there? Everyone's silent.
I am well done, so that was a very impressive run. In fact, I have a donation here for you if you'd like me to read it.
Sure.
We've got $20 from Ellie that says, okay, this blindfolded one-hand run is very, very, very,
Oh
very
no, your
cool.
voice cut out. I missed out. It was like 20, and then I didn't hear the rest.
Right, do you want me to start again? Oh, I think I've cut out from entirely. Hang on, I'll read it
That's
again.
the game.
$20 from Ellie. Okay, this blindfolded one-hand run is very cool, but what are you going to beat the game
Boris?
blindfolded with no hands?
We can't hear you anymore. Talk to me, Boris.
Oh no, I've lost Pap. It's a fantastic run.
I literally can't hear. I don't know what's up with my setup is so bad. Just like cut out. It's probably that issue I had before. I hit settings. I don't know. Oh well. I can't hear my commentator anymore. But thank you all for watching, guys. That was probably the craziest, the most terrifying run I've ever done. Oh, yeah. So that's Mike Tyson's Punch-Out one-hand blindfolded. I guess I have to go back and do a flawless run now, like, eventually, on my own channel, so... Unfortunately, I couldn't get it done. But, thank you all for watching, and, have a good one. I'm not sure